What's up everyone, this is Sam from businessonline.org, and in this video I'll be doing a full and honest review of Bluehost hosting services. Okay, with that being said, let's get straight into it. In the review, we'll cover a brief history of Bluehost, Bluehost hosting plans, Bluehost key features, pros and cons of Bluehost, the control panel, which is the back end of Bluehost hosting services, also customer service. Now, a brief history of Bluehost. Bluehost was created in 2003 by Matt Hayton and Danny Ashworth, two tech geniuses that wanted to create a difference in the hosting world. But by 2008, Bluehost now covers over 1 million registered domains and sites overall. By 2012, they currently host 2 million websites worldwide. Now let's head over to the hosting plans. The first one on our list is the Share Web Hosting. In the Share Web Hosting, you have Basic, Plus, and Prime. Here on businessonline.org, we always recommend going with the cheapest option for all beginners first, which is the Basic plan. In the Basic plan, you get one website of your choosing, 50 gigabytes website space, unmetered bandwidth. That means any amount of individuals can view your site at any time. A standard performance for all sites. Included one free domain. Also, you get a part domain, 5 part domains. A part domain are domains that are related to your original site domain. For example, if your original site domain is Facebook, a part domain of Facebook would be ihate.facebook.com because it's related to the original domain. But it is another domain altogether in its own right. Part domains are used for not diminishing your brand or your service. For example, the I hate Facebook, that would diminish Facebook's brand. So they would have a part domain of I hate Facebook. Now you also get subdomains. Subdomains, however, are domains within the original domain. For example, if you have a blog or you want a store related to your domain, it would be store.mydomain.com or blog.mydomain.com. It's within the domain that you already have. And you get up to 25 subdomains. You get 5 email accounts. These email accounts can be personal or business accounts. For example, support@mysite.com. With the email accounts, you get 100 megabytes per account storage. If you want more than 100 megabytes, you can upgrade at any time. You don't get marketing offers, but you don't really need that if you're just a beginner. Spam experts, you don't get. Domain privacy, you do get, but it's not listed here. Site backups, you don't get unless you go to Prime. Now let's go to the other web hosting. The other web hosting is Wordpress hosting. This hosting is completely optimized for WordPress itself, but we don't really recommend it because it comes at a hefty price that not every beginner can afford. Within this WordPress optimized hosting, you get WordPress Standard, WordPress Enhanced, WordPress Premium, and WordPress Ultimate. As you can see, the further you go, the more money you have to spend. In WordPress Optimized hosting, however, it's just another way for Bluehost to make more money, as you can just use the basic Bluehost hosting providing service, then use this because it's just another enhanced version of it which really isn't needed. But if you choose to use this, however, it's no problem. But as usual, we always recommend going with the lowest price first as a beginner. With the WordPress standard, you get 100 million visitors a month. This is actually the bandwidth. Maximum 100 million visitors per month. Storage website space is 30 gigabytes, and you get a backup of the entire website, 30 gigabytes. RAM, that's the amount of data that can be stored within the website, is 2 gigabytes. You get a free included domain, one free included domain. IP address, only one. They promise a 30-day money-back guarantee, as in all plans. You get a 30-day money-back guarantee with every plan across the board. 24/7 support, all plans across the board. cPanel enhanced, it's not really enhanced, it's the same cPanel. A free SSL certificate, you do get that if you use our link. But as I said before, this plan is just another way for Bluehost to make more money. So now on to the other plan. The next plan on our list is the WooCommerce hosting plan. WooCommerce plus WordPress gives you an online store. If you're interested in creating an online store, this is definitely the spot for you. It comes at $6.95 a month, which is kind of high for a beginner, but stick around and we'll show you how you can bypass this hosting plan if you're just starting out. With the WooCommerce hosting plan, however, you get an SSL certificate, which is definitely needed if you're creating an online store. An SSL certificate scrambles the data being transmitted from the user's credit card on your website to your bank. So it's definitely needed for WooCommerce site. But later in the video, we'll show you how you can get a free SSL certificate for any WooCommerce hosting plan and any WordPress hosting plan. Let's get right into the hosting plan. With the WooCommerce hosting plan, you have the starter, the plus, and the pro. The plus might be recommended by Bluehost, but it's not recommended by Business Online. As usual, the cheapest option is always the best option for a beginner. In the starter plan, you get WooCommerce installed automatically for free. You get an e-commerce security positive SSL certificate. This is the SSL certificate we were talking about. A dedicated support line, 24/7 hour service. Website space of 100 gigabytes. Bandwidth is unmetered, which means it doesn't matter any amount of visitors that visit your site at any time, it will not crash. You get an absolutely free included domain name, one part domain, and 5 subdomains, 5 email accounts, and 100 megabytes per account, and $100 included marketing offer. The marketing offers can be used for Bing ads, Google ads, Yahoo ads, or even Facebook ads. If you want to take it a step over, like for the pro, you get over $80 a year in extras, 2 spam experts, site backup pro, and 1 domain privacy for free. That's it for the WooCommerce hosting plan. Now onward to the other hosting plans. Next up is the VPS hosting plan. VPS stands for Virtual Private Servers, which means you get a private server all to yourself. With the VPS hosting plan, you have the standard, the enhanced, and the ultimate. As usual, go with the cheapest price, which is $19.99. You might think that this is a hefty price, but it's actually not. This is for when you become a professional in the business, when you're ready to scale your website. This is when you're moving your site from basic now to advanced. So this price is actually relatively cheap. In these plans now, these are actually the specific of the servers. For example, the cores. You get 2 cores processing unit, which is allocated for the speed of the servers. A storage of 30 gigabytes SSD of the servers, RAM of 2 gigabytes. Bandwidth is unmetered, 1 free included domain, IP address 1, and a promise of 30-day money back guaranteed and 24/7 support. Now, that might not seem like a lot for this amount of money, but trust me, it actually is, because you'll get more speed and now more freedom to control and better perform your site. Okay, that's it now for the VPS hosting site. Now for the final hosting plan, the dedicated hosting plan. In the dedicated hosting plan, you get more than 1 server, which is contrary to the VPS hosting plan where you only get 1 server. But in the dedicated hosting plan, you get more than 1 server dedicated to your website only. In the dedicated hosting plan, you have the standard, the enhanced, and the premium, which obviously is going to come at a bigger price because it's more power at $79.99. But this is for when your site is extremely advanced and a lot of visitors are opting in into your website on a daily basis. In this plan, you get 4 cores processing unit with 8 threads, a storage of 500 gigabytes, a RAM of 4 gigabytes, a bandwidth of 5 terabytes. You might think that the unmetered is actually more than this, but it's not. The 5 terabytes is a lot of data, and this is monthly, so it will recycle. And you get a free included domain, 3, yes, number 3 IP addresses, 30-day money back guaranteed, and 24/7 added support. Now that's it for the hosting plan, but as we said, we strongly suggest that you go with the basic hosting plan first, then you scale upwards. Now let's discuss Bluehost's key features. Remember when I told you that you could get a free SSL certificate for WordPress or even for WooCommerce? This is how you get it. When you use our link below, you'll get a free SSL certificate, free domain, and automatic WordPress installs. If you're going to use the WooCommerce, you can just simply install the WooCommerce yourself on WordPress. It's very simple to do, but to get the free SSL certificate, you have to use our link to get it. That being said, let's go on now to the key features of Bluehost. The first feature of Bluehost is that you get a free domain name. You might have heard that a lot during this tutorial, but you get a free domain name. So all you have to do is just enter a domain name. And it will register it for you. As you can see, it will tell you if the website is available, if the domain name is available, yes or no. This domain name is not available, but they will give you options of other domain names. For this video, however, I'll go with test site 2 online. Now on this page is where you actually create your account. You can sign up normally, like here on the form, or you can sign up with Google, whichever one you choose. So just give me a minute while I sign up here. Okay, that's it. Now when you're done, you go further to the pricing. Now you may see here that it comes up to a whopping $321, but relax, we can greatly reduce that price. By getting rid of domain privacy protection, you don't really need that. It just protects you from spam or anything like that. Site lock security, you can secure your site by yourself with plugins from WordPress. Code Guard Basic, all of that can be secured by plugins, free plugins from WordPress. Bluehost SEO Tool Start, you don't really need that. You can do that all by yourself again. Now, it comes up to $167. You can reduce this further by choosing just the 12-month price. With the 12-month price, you can see now that it drops to a $71.40, which is extremely cheap for any hosting plan. And with the power and capabilities that Bluehost offers, the $71 is actually a steal. Now, you have two options of paying. You can either pay with your credit card or you can pay with PayPal if for some reason you don't have a credit card. After you finish deciding your paying method, you just click on the agreement, terms of agreement, then submit. I'll pay with my PayPal, Then I'll just click on this and submit. After you hit submit, you are now a proud owner of your new website. But we'll get to that further, but for now we're showing you more key features of Bluehost. Another key feature is the professional marketing and website design services, where Bluehost staff actually design and market your website for you. Everything is taken care of for you. You don't have to do anything. Bluehost covers it all. As you can see here, they'll design the site for you, make it mobile friendly, which is actually a key ranking factor in Google now currently. And you get an increased search engine ranking, the works. So if you're not tech savvy, definitely go with this, but be warned that this will come at a price. So it's best if you just try to figure it out by yourself, but if you can't, you can always request a consultation. In the Bluehost pros, why you definitely should choose Bluehost is that it's WordPress #1 hosting provider. Also, it gives you a absolutely free domain name for every single startup, regardless of every plan you choose. You also get a free WordPress and WooCommerce automatic installation. You get a really cheap startup cost. They have an easy to use control panel. The website uptime is 99%. You even have individuals that claim to have 100% uptime. You also get an incredible site security from hackers and thieves that might seek to damage your site or steal information from your site. You also get blazing lightning speed from Bluehost, which I'll show you an example right now. To prove to you how fast Bluehost hosting service is, just go over to pingdom.com and use their website speed test tool. I'll enter the URL of the site that we currently have with Bluehost right now, which is ourbusinessonline.org, and test the speed of the site. Here goes. It's starting right now. Alright, it's about to begin. It's running the test right now. Okay, the test is finished. And with our site right now, it only took 1 second for it to load. Only 1 second. That's blinding speed considering the amount of data that is on our site currently. Just 1 second. With this added speed, it's actually a good thing because when most users go on the web, they don't like to wait for a website to load. They want to just click on the link and it just appears just like that. So this is actually great. And most hosting providers, they don't offer this much speed like Bluehost does. But you know that nothing is perfect, so now we'll show you the Bluehost cons. Why there's some downsides to Bluehost. Now with the Bluehost cons. Bluehost has an overpriced business plan, which is the WordPress optimized plan, which I told you is just another way for Bluehost to gain more money from you. But as we said, it's not really needed. You can just use the basic plans. They won't give you a domain name that is up for resale. The customer service is relatively slow, but even though it's slow, it still has a great customer service because they actually get to the point quickly when they actually get to you, and they help you quickly too. If you choose not to use WordPress, you will have to delete the root files. But don't worry, because the customer service can actually do that for you. The site migration to another provider is not free. If you want to stop using Bluehost and transfer to another hosting provider to migrate your site, that won't be free. Just for a little recap, we've covered the brief history of Bluehost, the hosting plans, the key features, and the pros and cons. Now we'll cover the control panel, the customer service. Now after you created your site with Bluehost, to get into the control panel or the back end of Bluehost, all you have to do is log in. To log in, simply enter your username or your domain. I've already done this, and then enter your password. Then hit submit. When you've done that, you finally reach the back end of Bluehost. This is what completely controls your site, right? In the back end, you'll have access to the home, to all your sites, the marketplace, email, domains, and advanced, which we'll get into all of them right now. You even get a 15 up to 30 days free domain privacy right here. In the home tab, You can log into your WordPress site right here from the bat by just clicking one button. This will lead you to your WordPress dashboard. In your WordPress dashboard, you can handle everything that caters to your site, your posts, your medias, your pages, your comments, your contacts, your appearance, plugins, users, tools, settings, everything. Now back again from the home screen. Now if you head over to My Sites, this is where you can manage all of your sites. Whether you only have one site or unlimited sites, you can manage all of them here. You can even create new sites from this dashboard right here by clicking this button, Create Site. Now to the marketplace. The marketplace is basically just an upsell of Bluehost to charge you more money for things that you might want or you might need, but not necessarily need them, like site lock for more protection. You don't necessarily need that. As I said, you can just use free plugins to get all of those. All of these features, add-ons, themes, everything, you don't really need them. See, they come at charges. You can get free themes, free add-ons from WordPress itself. Everything you need, you can get it absolutely free. You don't need to come here. Now in the email section, this is where you manage all of your emails, your forwarders, your autoresponders, your email filters, and your email application setup. You can set up any type of email you want, personal emails, business emails, all of them related to your website. For example, if you may, you can set up a support at businessonline.org. Then you just enter your password, generate it, create an account. That's it. You can have up to 500 megabytes of mailbox, or you can have unlimited data, but you know that you need to upgrade to a higher service plan. The website email integration just makes it more professional for you to have business emails. That's all. If you don't really need or require emails integration, you don't have to have them. Now onward to the domains. In the domain section is where you can see all of the domains that you've registered, and you can even register new domains for a certain price here. It's just a management of your domain name. Now in the advanced section, this is where things get a little technical. In the advanced options is where you manage your file manager, all the images of your site, disk usage, directory privacy, web disk, FTP connections, full restoration, FTP accounts, anonymous FTP, all your database files, PHP, MyAdmin, MySQL database, and so on. If you don't understand what any of these mean, don't worry. You don't really necessarily need to touch them. If you don't understand anything, customer service can help you every step of the way. So there's no need to fear with Bluehost. As you can see, it also offers IP blockers, hot link protection. These are protections from your site that protects your images and the data, the articles that you write. No one can steal them with hot link protection. And that about covers it for Bluehost control panel. As you can see, it is very simple to use. Now let's head over to Bluehost customer service and see how effective it is. If you're an existing customer, all you have to do is enter your name and the domain name, phone, or email that you use to sign up with Bluehost. Hold on, I'll just do it right here. Then you just click next. Select the type of topic that you would like to discuss with the customer service, whether it's account verification, billing, closing your account, VPS, domains, email, security, sales, or tech support or terms of service. We'll select tech support for the sake of this video. Also select the description that you want. We'll select website issues. They'll want you firstly to explain further about the issue that you're experiencing further in more detail. Okay, let's ask them a basic question. As you can see, wow, that was very fast. Normally it takes up to 5 minutes to get a response, but as you can see here, a customer service representative has joined the chat immediately. As you can see, they addressed you properly and say they are happy to help you. I said before though, they are a little bit slow, but you have to understand they have over 2 million websites. And before they make any move, they'll always ask you to verify your account. After verification, they'll just continue to help you. This is probably the biggest downfall of Bluehost. It's very slow customer service. There it is. Please be on hold for 4 to 5 minutes while I check that for you. You have to keep on hold most of the times when dealing with Bluehost. So I'll just pause the video here and then I'll get back when this customer service representative comes back. Okay, they've responded back. And as you can see, they've given me my answer, so they may be slow, but they're very efficient. So their weakness can also be their strength. Now that's it for the customer service review. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and remember, if you would like a free SSL certificate, just use the links below. If you're going to use WordPress, or if you're going to use WordPress with WooCommerce, just use the links below. Thanks for watching, and if you like the video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.